Hello guys, welcome back to Playbook FM. I'm Jay. Today we're playing our Scottish Cup game, Scottish Cup quarter-final game. There we go, William Hill Scottish Cup 4th round game against Ross County. We've also got Hamilton coming up in the league. Since the last episode, I think we were here for El Sacchio and St Johnston. I've just gone past and gone through the whole entire rest of December, picking up a couple of wins here and there and a couple of losses. So form's been it's been all right. We played a couple of friendlies, one against Leipzig, which we got battered, and then against Dynamo Zagreb, where we won 2-1. Ryan Brewster scoring again in that game, I believe. No, sorry, that was it. James Wilson played. I used that opportunity. For some reason, my assistant manager decided to arrange a couple of friendlies in January. So I used that time to play a couple of the lads that haven't been playing throughout the season so far, and also get some fitness into a few of them. The board have been a bit up and down with me at the moment. There we go. My performance is a C. Has been as low as D over the past few games, but hey, the board are happy now, and I'm just going to shoot off into this Scottish Cup match. Right, so this is starting 11 we're going out with today. Joe Lewis in goal, Zach Viner, Andrew Considine, Mikey Devlin, who's making a return after the board asked me to drop him. Richard Tate on the left fullback position. Dean Campbell starts as a halfback today, with Greg Doherty and Craig Bryson as deeper lying midfielders. We've also got Ryan Hedges, Conor McLennan, and the in-form Ryan Brewster as a front three. Let's get into the match. Right, wow, it's snowing. This is the first time I've seen snow in any FM game for quite a while. Right, let's give the fans something to cheer today on what's clearly Christmas. Yes, we're feeling really well. Yep, any team. It makes us stronger. Boom. So, let's just make sure I've got this on key highlights. So we've been playing lately the tiki-taka, and kind of from that I've adapted a kind of a counter system. Well, sorry, I tell a lie. That wasn't from the tiki-taka. That was from the Italian system, the Conte something. What are the defensive presets? I've tweaked that a little bit to make what's like a counter-attack system, but it doesn't seem to work in today against Ross County. I think we should just kind of go for the tiki-taka style of play. We'll go positive for the rest of this first half, but we've had no highlights, so I think we just need to get a little bit creative perhaps. Change my highlights to extended, but still getting nothing. So clearly we are playing terrible, and the whole first half goes by without any highlights. We've done nothing good in this match, but I suppose the good thing is that Ross County haven't done anything this match either. I'm just going to tweak things up front a little bit. Drop Ryan Brewster there and bring on Eamon Brophy, who he's been looking decent lately, but he's still not scoring goals. So I'm hoping today against Ross County he can score. And okay, we're playing on the 18th of January. That's why there's so much snow. Transfer window is currently open, so I am looking to strengthen up the back a little bit. I've put in a bid for one of Celtic's centre-backs who's on the transfer list. I might show you him after this match if I remember to do so. I'm also going to try and bring in an actual natural hey, that rhymes, an actual natural halfback defensive midfielder, just so Dean Campbell can kind of be relieved of his duties and play a bit further up the pitch, which is the change I'm making right this moment. But again, this half's going by without any highlights, so I'm just going to go to attacking. And I'm not sure whether this is because we're playing the tiki-taka or if it's because, I don't know, Ross County just kind of got our number today. But we start again with a free kick. Mikey Devlin finds Brewster, finds Ojo. Ojo plays it back to Brewster, and they're just kind of holding on to the ball outside of the box. Can't get a cross in, but Doherty takes a huge swing at it and forces a save out of the Ross County keeper. And that seems to be our first somewhat dangerous attack of this match. Considering I've had to change it to extended highlights, that says a lot. But Ross County in behind here and take a wayward shot. And again, that back four is just not looking strong enough. But Brewster with a free kick. It falls to Mikey Devlin, who heads it home for his first goal of the season. He is back. He's been out of the squad for quite a while. Had time to kind of think things over and re-evaluate his game. And he's come back. His first start in so long and headed what seems to be the winner of this match. And just to make sure that is the winner, I might take off... No. Okay, let's take off Zach Viner and bring on Antonio Morin, just for the sake of having someone that can go in there and just absolutely crunch when need be, and we're not risking a red card. And we're also going to drop back to this more defensive style. As you can see, I've kind of in the defensive one, I've got my central two a bit deeper, and in the attacking one, we've got an advanced playmaker and box-to-box midfielder. I've completely disregarded the 5-4-1 shape. You will not see that again for the rest of this save. But I do feel as if we do need to have another shape with playing again potentially that counter style. But speaking of attacking and counter-attacking, Ross County are on attack here, and the ball falls to their striker on the edge of the area. We managed to block it and scramble it away. And 3 minutes left of this match. Ross County with a throw-in. And Ojo's... Why is Ojo so high up the pitch? Hang on a minute. He's supposed to be playing half-back. Why is he up there on the wing? I don't know if that's because we had a throw-in and he's just decided to come all the way over, but I'd rather him stay central. And look at him charging forward there as well. But we've got the ball in a dangerous position. Brophy, I think that was a shot. Sends it absolutely wide, and you can see why he's not been starting for us. And that's just kind of further cemented the fact that he will not be seeing many more starts in the league. Well, in fact, we might just drop him completely and then bring him back in, and hopefully he can do a Mikey Devlin and just come back with a goal. But the fact that we've only had one goal so far today and it's come from a centre-back is a bit of a concern. But really and truly, we just need the points. And speaking of points, I'm just going to load up the league table because I can't believe I'm playing without it. Match stats. Oh wait, it's a cup game, isn't it? Oops. Ignore me, folks. Ignore me. But this, I assume, will be the last kick of the game, and it is a solid 1-0 victory away from home. I'm happy with that. Let's go play the next match. Okay guys, so a couple of changes for the Hamilton game. Joe Lewis in goal, Zach Viner, Scott McKenna, Mikey Devlin, hopefully he can get another goal for us, and Richard Tate's complete a back four. Funson Ojo starts at that half-back position, with Dean Campbell just a bit ahead of him today, and Craig Bryson in midfield. We're starting out James Wilson out on the wing. He did play particularly well against Zagreb in that friendly, so we're giving him a start here today. Conor McLennan on the other wing, and Ryan Brewster complete things up front. We've also got new boy Jack Hendry on the bench, so let's assign him a number quickly. Yeah, you could be number 12. That's fine with me. Alright guys, we owe Hamilton after that last match. Let's go get some revenge. And oh wow, kit clashing. See, so in one of the previous episodes I did mention about little bugs here and there in the beta versions, in the beta saves should I say. So this is an example of one of them. Kit clashing seemed to be a real big issue in my FM19 long-term save. And again, I did start that save in the beta, so yeah, don't expect many more seasons of this particular save. However, Ryan Brewster crosses the ball into James Wilson, who we did identify at the start of this game as being a potential wild card in this squad. I haven't really been able to give him much of a chance, and he's been showing his worth in the games he has played. And it falls to Wilson, who takes a shot from long range, and he scores in off the keeper. He rifles it in from outside the box on what I think is his weaker left foot. Just take another look at that. So Ojo with the corner, doesn't beat the first man, but it falls to Wilson, who's in miles of space, puts it onto his left foot, strikes it clean, and the keeper couldn't do anything about it. And he scores his 5th goal of the season. And I'm not too sure if it's in the Wolves match or in the very first competitive match of this save, where James Wilson got himself, I think, a brace in one of the Europa League qualifiers. So he has got goals in him, and I should be giving him more of a chance than I have been. But he's looking to make up the decision for me, and Mikey Devlin there clears things to safety. Falls to Scott McKenna, who heads it clear, but it falls to Hamilton. They take a shot from long range, hits off the post, and we're there to clean things up at the back. And again, we're not too strong at the back at all. Whenever there's a team in our defensive third, I do get a bit nervous. And Ryan Brewster there, almost gifting a goal to Hamilton, and we're just going to drop back to be a little bit cautious for the next couple of minutes, because we're not looking good at all. And Hamilton in here, they managed to work the ball into the box, go for a cross, but we block it, and Miller is just wide for Hamilton. So I'm gonna, we are playing the counter. Let's change it to the tiki-taka. Let's go at them a little bit. I think the fact that we're kind of standing off them and inviting them on just isn't. That's not what we need to be doing against Hamilton. We have got a goal. We have been looking, pretty dangerous going forward. And speaking of dangerous, James Wilson with another goal on his left foot, assist by Dean Campbell, and that's his second of the game. His second within 12 minutes. And let's take another look at that. So Campbell wins the ball, gets the ball deep in midfield, plays it out to James Wilson, who's in miles of space again, takes one touch, gets past his man, puts it onto his left foot, and it's a wonderful strike, which puts us up 2-0. And all that El Sacchio talk, all the hype by the press, just seems to be coming to nothing, because we have managed to turn this ship around. And I think that's just because of my willingness to be a little bit more flexible and not live and die on the absolute bullshit tactics that I set up in the beginning of this save. But Richard Tate's just kind of holding off his man here, plays it back to Ojo. Ojo plays it all the way back to McKenna, who switches the ball, I assume he's going to do. Yep, finds James Wilson, who comes a bit deep. He does have the fullback on the overlap, but we switch it back to the left wing with McLennan. McLennan finds Viner. Viner with a shot from long range and gets his first goal of the season from that fullback position. Oh my word, we're looking like a completely different team. And instantly, I'm wondering, do we even need to bring in more defenders? In fact, no, let me not say that too soon. We are only 30 minutes in, and Hamilton have got the ball in an attacking position here, and we never look all the way solid at the back. But we do force them back towards the halfway line. Zach Viner manages to break up the attack a little bit, plays in James Wilson, who finds Campbell. Viner with the overlap, back to Wilson. Wilson holding off his man, swings it all the way back to Bryson. Bryson switches it to McLennan. And we're just knocking the ball around a little bit. Considering this is based on a vertical tiki-taka, we do seem to switch the ball a lot. And James Wilson tries to get his hat-trick before half-time and puts it well wide of the target. And it's a much better performance than the Ross County game. So as you can see, guys, the tiki-taka and the counter-attacking system, we seem to have got it sussed. We do seem to have got it sussed now. And McLennan's on the ball, finds Bryson in the middle. Bryson's got a couple of options on the left wing, but Ojo manages to, decides to switch it to the right. Wilson plays in Viner on the overlap. Viner plays in Brewster. Brewster gets tackled. James Wilson's there to pick up the ball and shoots just wide. I don't think that he is actually left-footed. I mean, right-footed, because he is taking all of his chances today on his left foot, and he's looking pretty good. Unlike that pass, looking for Ryan Brewster, and it allows for Hamilton to send a big ball over the top. Joe Lewis makes a pretty decent save, and Mikey Devlin's there to scramble it away. And we're just going to drop back to be a little bit cautious, because we haven't looked the strongest at the back today. But Ojo cuts it out and allows for Hamilton just a big ball over the top on the counter. It wasn't even a counter; they just cleared it forward, hoofed the ball forward, and hoped for the best. It's absolutely shocking football. But I'm pleased, but we haven't been playing great, so let's just guard the complacency. I'm very happy with your performance so far. That's kind of eased him up. And let's take a look at our new boy. Mikey Devlin's not playing great, so we're going to bring on Jack Hendry. And take a look at him in his first game of the season in an Aberdeen shirt. And Hamilton start things off, just knocking the ball around a little bit in midfield. And then we start again with a throw-in in the Hamilton defensive third, but nobody's really pressing them. I think it seems like we've got our 2 goals, well, 3 goals should I say, and we're just kind of happy sitting off, which I'm quite fine with that to happen. I wouldn't mind if nothing happens the rest of this match. And that being said, I am going to drop it back down to key highlights, because I can't watch us defend too much. In fact, no, tell a lie. I do want to watch us defend. I want to see how the new boy gets on. But we are just knocking the ball around here. Ojo plays the ball to Tate. Tate switches it to Zach Viner. Zach Viner has Wilson ahead of him. Decides to go it alone and puts it over. If he had just played in James Wilson, and I think we saw James Wilson actually a bit upset with Zach Viner there, saying, you know, just play the ball in. I'm on a brace. I'm feeling myself today. I could get a hat-trick. Just give me the hat-trick. But no, Zach Viner was looking for his brace. And Hamilton have managed to work the ball into our area and do that to us. So let's take a look. See, we do just look a little bit all over the place at the back. There's no real organisation. But when we find the shape, we hold it well. But we're just late getting out to the man there, and they make us pay. And it's 3-1 Aberdeen. Right, Ryan Brewster's not doing much this match either, so I'm going to give him another couple of minutes, and then Eamon Brophy will potentially, well, more than likely come on. And McLennan, I don't know what he was trying to do there. I think he's trying to knock it past his man and run onto it, but just gets bullied off the ball by the looks of things. And Hamilton have got a bit of an attack building here, but Richard Tate on the left full-back position manages to break it up a little bit. He's back with Hamilton's goalkeeper now, and McLennan's chasing him all the way up the pitch. And Jack Wilson, Sam Wilson, whatever his name is, wins the ball on the right wing. Gets tackled, but it falls back with him. He plays in Campbell, who puts it just wide. And I think that is time to bring on Eamon Brophy, because Ryan Brewster just hasn't been involved with much today. Craig Bison's also going to come off for Lewis Ferguson. And yeah, I think if we can get a decent halfback, we're okay defensively, because we seem to have managed to sort out what we were doing wrong in terms of team instructions at the back. But it's just the players aren't really the best, especially in defence. Going forward, I have no issues, because we are getting goals quite frequently now. But defensively, like, look at that. I'm not quite sure what happened. I mean, I'll take it, but not exactly solid at the back. But Joe Lewis there comes and eats up the corner, and we've got just 5 minutes left. I think it's safe to say that this can go down as a successful Aberdeen win. Campbell heads the ball out, but it falls with Oakley for Hamilton, who plays in his man, who strikes it well wide of the target from outside the box. And I think that'll be the last attack of the game. Nope, this looks like it might be. No, McLennan manages to break up the attack, goes for a bit of a run a counter here. He's got Brophy ahead of him, but he does get tackled. And that should be that with this game. Nope, another couple of seconds left. And yeah, I think we've got the shape, we've got the player roles sorted. It's just about bringing in the players now. I am pretty happy with the result and the way you played. A lot more greens on there today. And we'll call that a wrap for this episode. I'm not going to bother saying when the next episode is going to be. Well, of course, it's going to be out tomorrow. But in terms of matches we're going to play, I don't know, probably the Cup. Let's try and... I think we're going to go for a Cup run and potentially qualify for Europa League that way. However, we are nearing the end of the season, and like I said from the very beginning, I do want to breeze through this as fast as possible, so we'll probably come back around about here. So guys, if you enjoyed the video and you made it this far, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next episode tomorrow. Peace.